British Israel Doctrine. A periodical entitled Kingdom Correspondence School states the movement's position. We Anglo-Saxons are the same people who existed under the name of Israel in the Old Testament day. The kings from Solomon, in a direct, unbroken line, extends to the present king, George VI, on the throne in England today. We believe that the Lord, who is the King of kings of the tribe of Judah and of the house of David, for he is the Lion of the tribe of Judah, Revelation 5, verse 5, and that he will soon return and take over the throne of his father David, pages 1 and 8. The author of this statement contends that though God's ancient people submerged as the kingdom of Israel, they have emerged today as the kingdom of Great Britain. But speaking of the Israelitish kingdom and its people, the spirit of prophecy in ancient time said, "Moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all that pass by. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and I will draw out a sword after them. Thus shall mine anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them, and I will be comforted, and they shall know that I the Lord have spoken it in my zeal, when I have accomplished my fury in them. Moreover, I will make thee waste, and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all that pass by. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I, even I, am against thee, and will execute judgments in the midst of thee in the sight of the nations. And I will do in thee that which I have not done, and whereunto I will not do any more the like, because of all thine abominations. I will overturn it, and it shall be no more until he come, whose right it is, and I will give it him. Ezekiel chapter 5, verses 12 through 14, verses 8 and 9, chapter 21, verse 27. For the head of Syria is Damascus, and the head of Damascus is Rezin, and within 65 years shall Ephraim be broken, that it be not a people. Isaiah chapter 7, verse 8. The aforementioned periodical especially emphasizes that England is the tribe of Ephraim, although the sure word of prophecy categorically states that Ephraim shall be not a people. Thus the prophecies declare that the Israelitish kingdom was to cease, and that the people were to be driven among the nations of the earth. Nevertheless, there is a promise that after years of dispersion, the Lord will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 21. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. Afterward shall the children of Israel return, and seek the Lord their God, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. Hosea chapter 3, verses 4 and 5. And the Gentiles shall see thy righteousness, and all kings thy glory. And thou shalt be called by a new name, which the mouth of the Lord shall name. Thou shalt also be a crown of glory in the hand of the Lord, and a royal diadem in the hand of thy God. Thou shalt no more be termed forsaken, neither shall thy land any more be termed desolate, but thou shalt be called Hephzibah, and thy land Beulah. For the Lord delighteth in thee, and thy land shall be married. And they shall call them, the holy people, the redeemed of the Lord. And thou shalt be called, sought out, a city not forsaken. Isaiah chapter 62, verses 2 through 4, and verse 12. These scriptures plainly set forth the fact that God was to scatter Israel throughout the nations, leave them without a king or a homeland for many days, and finally gather them one by one from every nation. At that time shall they choose David their king, and be the holy people. Isaiah chapter 62, verse 12. For detailed treatment of the kingdom, read our tracts. Number 8, Mount Sion at the 11th hour, and number 12, The World, Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow. The questions herein treated reveal that an unseen supernatural force working through human beings is taking advantage of every possible opportunity to bring in distraction and confusion, and to scatter the power of thought and concentration. They show that while one theorist is attempting to confuse one truth, another theorist is attempting to confuse another truth. So it is obvious that the enemy of God and men is determined one way or another to plunge the people into his deep pit. To avert this terrible tragedy, the reader is therefore warned to turn aside from the writings of uninspired men, and to take heed only to those who are inspired, and unceasingly to watch and study everything that comes in the name of the Lord. For further study on the subject of the sign of Jonah, read Volume 2 of The Shepherd's Rod, pages 17 through 26. The Symbolic Code, Volume 1, Number 6, pages 5 through 7, 1934. Volume 2, Number 12, page 6, 1936. Volume 3, Numbers 8, 9, 10, page 10, 1937. Anyone sending us names and addresses of Seventh-day Sabbath keepers will be entitled to receive, free of charge, our entire Present Truth series of 13 tracts to date, and our official organ, The Symbolic Code, in which all readers' questions are answered.